Hello folks, this is Norm the teacher again, and I got that urge to teach you something else. And so today's video is going to be on my 1998 Chevy truck, and I'm going to show you how to take out the key tumbler to your ignition system. And then the next video after that I will show you how to take out the actual ignition switch. But for right now, this is just a key tumbler. And this is the key tumbler right here. I'm filming with two cameras, and so I have to move things around to put things in the visibility of both cameras. Okay, a couple things I want to show you before we go to the truck and I show you how to take this out. I want to describe two things here. First of all, here's the key, and right here there's a bar that locks the tumbler so that it won't turn. And in the video, I'm going to be referring to that as the lock bar. Okay, when I describe taking it out of the vehicle, I'll be referring to that as the lock bar, right here. Lock bar. Lock bar. Okay, and then on the lock bar, I want you to notice one thing when I do something here. I'm going to push in on the key and watch that lock bar. It's going to very slightly go down. I'm pushing the key in now and watch. Did you see that movement? I'll pull the key out, push it back in. Okay, I'll do that from my other camera now. Push it in, pull it out. Okay, that lock bar is what locks the tumbler so that you cannot turn it if there's no key in it. The key has to be in it and pushed in to push that lock bar down. Okay, the next thing, and this is what locks the tumbler into the cylinder in the truck. I'm going to refer to this as the spring tab. Right there. I'll push it down. Boop. See? Okay, that's what holds it in where you can't pull it out. I think my other camera got that, but I'll make sure here. Alright, right there, spring tab. Okay, now this area on the front here, this shaped area right here, that fits into a, this is the male part, that fits into a female hole, that shape, that rectangular shape. That's part of the ignition switch, and when you turn the tumbler, or like this, that turns your ignition switch inside. But that's another video, the ignition switch. Okay, now let's go down to the truck, and I'm going to show you actually taking this out. Okay. For starters, well, here, first of all, I got to put it back in. I might as well have it filming me putting it back in. I don't know if that's going to show very well or not. Okay. Oh, one thing. When you do this, disconnect your battery. I disconnected the negative side of the battery because in order to take this tumbler out, you have to turn the switch to the start position, because what that does is it positions the spring tab over the hole that I'm going to show you right now. All right, so that's, I don't know how this is going to photograph here. But anyway, I think, I can't see my cameras right now, so I don't know for sure. But see this hole right here? Oh, also, I've also removed the shroud. You have to remove the shroud to do this. And I have another video on how to remove this shroud. And in the link, or I mean in the description of this video, I'm going to have a link to the video that shows how to remove this shroud. Okay, so go to the description of this video to to watch how to remove this shroud if you don't know how to do it. Okay, here's the hole that you have to push in on this hole with a pick. Now I have a pick that I made a pick that here, let's I know, folks, it's terrible photography. I made a pick that's kind of tapered, and I hammered it kind of flat on the end. That flat part comes in handy for removing the ignition switch. You don't really need the flat to remove the tumbler. All you need is a pick to push down on that spring tab. Okay, so that's the tool I'm using. I made it. Okay, you push down, but now when I push down, notice how it won't go down. That's because the spring tab is not positioned over the hole yet, this hole. So I have to put this in the start position. Now the start position is spring loaded, so it's, see how it springs back? So what I'm going to do is I need two hands to do this. So I'm going to put the camera down and I'm going to do this, and then after I hold this like this, I'm going to put this down here and spring on, push down on that spring tab, and then while it's being pushed down, I will be able to pull this out. So I got to put the camera down for a minute here. I don't know if this is photography. Photography is doing it good. Okay, so I'm putting a spring on the starter position. I'm pushing down on the spring tab, and that now just releases it. Now I'll show you it pulling out. Okay, so now I've already pushed down the spring tab, and now it pulls out. Okay, and that's it. So that's the removal of the tumbler. And that's all I'm going to show in this video. Well, let's show you the hole here. I don't know if you can see inside that hole or not. That's right. The lighting is terrible for this, but anyway, it's inside there that the in here there's that shaped, that female shaped area that turns the ignition switch. But that'll be shown in greater detail when I do the ignition switch. So I'm gonna watch it. Remember, there's going to be a link in the description of this video to the removal of the shroud. Okay, so that's it for this video, folks. I'll see you in the next one.